I'll begin here. You said there was a challenge to be better than last Saturday. What does that challenge mean for the first 5 to 10 minutes here for tonight?
Well, it's really a full 60 minutes. You know, we looked like a tired hockey team against Colorado. We came off of a real energetic performance against New Jersey, and you run into that. You never know when that's gonna hit. And like I said, our will, our want, our try was pretty good against Colorado, but the energy and the execution wasn't where it needs to be. So, credit to we were able to get a point out of the game, but now we got to get back to full energy here and play a fast, hard game tonight.
You touched on it a bit yesterday, but how much do you expect this coaching change made by your opponent to affect the energy level of the team you're facing, and how much do you have to prepare your guys?
I think you saw it last night. I mean, they played a hard game. They played well. So I think you saw the effect right there.
And does this record against Vancouver impact you guys at all? I mean, I'm sure you'd like to get a victory against them at some point.
Well, the games last year, no. The games this year, yeah. They jumped us early in the first game here and got a lead on us. The second game there, we got off to a great start, and they came back in the second half of the So those, the 2 games this year, yeah, these are critical points for us.
Coach, is it too soon to see any changes that Talk might make with that team, the way they play, the philosophy they play with, or is it just one game?
Yeah, you'd be better off asking him that. I think you saw the effect, like I said last night. They played hard, and they did that consistently for 60 minutes.
Burkowski and Gord are back on the ice. Does that mean they're a go, or
Gord's good. Burke will be a game time decision.
Okay.
Dave, we saw Drieger out there a little bit. How's he kind of progressing and coming along at this stage for you guys?
He's on schedule that's the way I would term it. He's done a lot of good work. He's it's a long recovery process, so he's been back on the ice for a while, and he's progressing on schedule.
Dave, you touched on Yanni a little bit. What have you seen recently as far as the way that he's been matching against a lot of top guys and how that can be effective game after game?
Well, it's been for me, it's been an effect of their line. Those 3 guys have found good chemistry, regardless of the situation or the role that we've used them in matchups wise. They've showed good chemistry. Their puck possession has been good. They've checked well. They've been able to find ways out of the defensive zone. So that's talked a little bit about that line and their effect as being a driver for us over the last couple of weeks. That's something that we look to continue.
Where have you seen Vince's game take its biggest steps forward for you this year?
Consistency. I mean, he's been a good player for us every night, and that's something that he worked at. He's really worked to elevate that portion of his preparation all the way through last year, and really from the start of this year, he's been able to achieve that. And you're not going to be perfect or great every night. That's not realistic, but he's been real good on a consistent basis for us. That's allowing him to grow into a guy that has a leadership voice at the right time. So all of those parts for me come back to consistency and just readiness to go out and do the job, whatever that job is.
How much has the defensive play of Alex Wennberg and his line in shutting down some of the other teams' better lines, do you think enabled some of your bottom lines to thrive?
Well, when he's a really good two-way player, and that's he's a very skilled and intelligent hockey player. But you'll find, obviously you find him with us in a lot of defensive zone draw situations. It's really important. I want to make sure he gets a mix of some of the offensive zone as well. So that he's not just assuming all that that heavy load, but he's for sure he and his line mates are one of the lines that draw a lot of those tougher assignments in the defensive zone. He's where he's good. He reads the plays well, and when he's skating without the puck, when he's skating defensively, he tends to get it back pretty quick, and then from there he's a reliable guy. He's smart. He finds the out. He can make the next play, which is it's equally as important as being able to check, as being able to find your way out of the defensive zone and into the offensive zone, and when he can do that really effectively. All right, thank you.